Good morning everybody. Now we are going to start with last chapter of history, that is chapter 10, India after independence. In this chapter, the first subtopic which we have to study is a new and divided nation. So let us see what we have to study in this chapter. Now, when India became independent in 1947, India has to face many problems. So this topic is about all those problems which India had to face immediately after independence. So the first and the important problem that India faced after independence was division of India into India and Pakistan. A new state called Pakistan was created. So many Hindus who were living in Pakistan, they migrated to India when the division took place. So many refugees came from Pakistan to India. They have to be accommodated here in India. So for such a huge number of people who came from Pakistan, to give them jobs, to give them home to live, that was a very difficult task which the Indian government had to face. The second important problem which they had to face was, at that time when the British left India, they decided to leave it up to the rulers whether they want to join with Indian Union or they want to join with Pakistan or they want to remain independent. At that time there were almost 500 princely states. Now it was up to them whether they want to join the Indian Union or not. So to make India a united country, it was necessary to persuade all these princely states to come and join with the Indian Union. So that was also a very difficult task to persuade them to join a new nation. But this task was ultimately done by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who could persuade them to join the Indian Union. Then one more problem faced during independence was, at that time the population of India was very large. Almost 345 million people were there in India, and they were divided among themselves in different castes, in different religions, speaking different languages, wearing different types of dress, eating different types of food, following different kinds of profession. So such a wide variety of people, they have to be accommodated in one nation so that they can live in peace and harmony in one nation, and they have to be united. So that was also a very difficult task. Now during that time there was a problem of development also, because in villages peasants and farmers used to live. So they were dependent on agriculture. And their agriculture mostly depended on monsoon. If the monsoon was good, crop was good. If the monsoon failed, then the peasants and the farmers do not have money to survive. Now the other non-farm activities like barbers, carpenters, weavers, these people also depended on the farmers. If the farmers had money, these people will also get job. So the non-farm activities also depended on the farming activity. So that was the problem in the village. In cities also there was problem, because new industries were coming up and so many people came from rural areas to urban areas to find jobs in the industries. There was no place to live, so people used to live in slum areas with little access to health and education facilities. So now the major problem of the Indian government was to lift these masses out of poverty, whether they are rural people or the urban people. To lift the rural people from poverty, agriculture has to be given importance. More and more development should be done in agriculture, and increasing productivity was necessary. And to develop the city areas, new job opportunities had to be created. More and more factories are to be set up, proper housing and education facilities has to be given. So this was also a very difficult task. So along with unity, the development should also go hand in hand. Now, if the development does not spread to all sections of society, then there can be conflict, there can be violence. Because if there is a difference between the higher caste and the lower caste, then there can be conflict. If there is a difference between Hindus and Muslims, there can be conflict. If there is difference between rich and poor, there can be conflict. If there is a difference between rural areas and urban areas, there can be conflict. Similarly, if there is a difference between prosperous region and non-prosperous region, then also there can be conflict. So to avoid this conflict, it was necessary that proper importance should be given to all sections of society and to all regions, which was also a very, very difficult task. So overall, in this topic, challenges faced by India immediately after independence we have studied.